here we are with another episode of Striker Chat. I'm here in Virginia Beach, US of A, here at the residence of the legend himself, Shawn Yarborough. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, man. Thank you once again for inviting me into your home.
No, thanks for coming. I'm glad to have you.
Yeah, mate. Let's just get straight into it.
All right.
Mate, let's start with your Muay Thai journey. How did you get started into Muay Thai and what drew you to the sport?
Actually, I started Muay Thai. I used to play football.
Yeah.
All through, ever since I was a kid, from rec league all the way through college.
Yep.
And I got hurt playing football in college my freshman year.
Yeah.
And I had to get my spine fused.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so that ended my football career, basketball and all that stuff. So I was looking for something to do to stay in shape.
Yeah.
So I saw a Muay Thai commercial with my coach, Frank Cucci, on there advertising his school, Gym Links Academy.
How long ago? What year was this?
This was in I started doing Muay Thai in 1997.
97.
Yes.
Okay. Just as World Muay Thai, the 90s were the halcyon days of Muay Thai, you would say, coming out of Thailand. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I just went to take some Muay Thai classes because I liked how it looked on the commercial, and I went and tried it out and never stopped.
What was the coaching like back then?
Great coaching. There weren't a lot of Muay Thai gyms around, period, but here in this area, there were two. Links Academy, which is where I attended, and then there was another one, Virginia Beach Academy of Martial Arts.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and so I think I believe we were the only two in this area.
Did you hear of Muay Thai back then? Or
No, I'd never heard of Muay Thai. I actually saw the commercial and I didn't know exactly what the art was because Frank was actually doing heavy bag work.
Okay, yeah.
And he was hitting the bag, so you know how that looks. And, so I saw it and I was watching the commercial. I was like, man, that looks like it's pretty hardcore. It looks like something I'd like to do. So it was right down the street from my house.
Yeah.
They flashed the number up there, so I gave them a call. That was on like a Friday, and they told me to come in on Monday at 4 o'clock and do the intro class, and I get the free week.
Yeah.
And that's how I got
Was there many people in the class at the time? Or
there was a lot of people in the class.
Yeah.
I would say there was probably 15 or 20 people in class at the time.
Did they teach clinching and everything back then? Because
well, what happened? Links Academy, he has a program, he has a curriculum, and he called it a 4-year academy. Obviously Muay Thai originally does not have belts. They don't have a belt system. It always depends on how good of a fighter you are. And that's what your basis is of that. But, Americans want to see progress. So Frank has a program where he, had levels and belts.
Yeah.
All from white all the way up to black.
Yeah.
And each level, you would have a curriculum where you would learn certain techniques at that level, and then you had the test before you went to the next level.
So what was the first level? What was the first level? First level
was just teaching you your stance.
Yeah.
Your jab, your cross, your hook.
Yeah.
And your right kick. And then how to defend all of those techniques.
Yeah.
So it gives you a good base. Just a good base. Basics is where it's at. You need basics before you do anything else.
Foundations.
So I just love the intensity and the power and just the art itself. I really enjoyed what I was doing. And
did they instill that respectful Thai, Muay Thai, where the coach or the master or the crew was the main man, and everything was respectful for him?
We pay respects in the beginning of the class. We pay respects before each round and at the end of each round.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were a traditional Muay Thai school, and everything was, traditional Muay Thai. Yeah. Frank was the man, and then there were instructors. We were all younger. We were all around the same age, but there were some younger instructors and some older instructors. But he had a whole team of instructors. And they were all...
Were they Thai?
No, they were all from under Frank. They were his old students.
So Frank, let's talk about Frank. So Frank, where was his background in Muay Thai?
Frank's background, he's from the TBA or Ajahn Chai.
Yeah.
He's under Ajahn Chai, and that's what our school was under, which is the Thai Box Association of America, TBA. And John Chai obviously is responsible for bringing Muay Thai to the United States of America in 1968.
He brought it in 1968, and where was that? Was it in this area, or was it
Master Chai is in California.
California.
So but it seems like it may have been somewhere. Maybe it was California.
Yeah.
But I know he's responsible for bringing
1968.
1968.
That's way before Australia even got Muay Thai, like Muay Thai, because I remember in Perth, Pon Mardi, he brought Muay Thai in the mid-80s, like proper Muay Thai and Muay Thai fighters and that traditional Muay Thai with grappling and all the clinching and the knees and the elbows. The first white belt was just stancing, kicking. Sure. When did clinching and the elbows and the eight limbs come into it?
Let's see, we went from about rank to rank. Clinch started coming, you started working on your clinch probably 4 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Into,
I think that's good to just gradually build an education. The education.
Yes, it's very, the way he had it set up was very much so like an educational.
Yeah.
But with Muay Thai. And so you learned everything, and then he had us learn how to explain it or teach it as well.
Yeah.
And
do you think that's important?
It's very important.
Being a coach to actually progress yourself as a fighter and as a Muay Thai or as a Nak Muay?
Yes, yes. Because if you can explain and teach something, you're gonna have better technique yourself.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a much fuller understanding of how that technique is performed or applied.
Yeah.
So it's very important that you can teach the jab. It's very important that you can teach the stance or the hook or the right kick and how to break it down so people can understand it. And then you can look right there at what you've taught them, and now they're doing it the way it's supposed to be done. So that's very important.
Into clubs, we call them, but you guys call them smokers. So when did that come into it? When did you first have your first proper fight?
My first fight was in 1999. I was actually here at the National Guard Armory in Norfolk.
Yeah?
And I fought a guy.
Was that padded up as well?
No, we didn't.
Not back in the 90s, no.
Yeah, no shin guards, no headgear. And it was an organized. It was a fight card. And,
oh, really?
Yeah, and my first fight, and it was a ton of people there.
How was that?
Oh man, it was.
Now they just now we actually build up. We have amateur fighting all padded up, and it's not big. It's not the Razman. You went straight into it.
I went straight. My first fight was no shin guards, no headgear,
and under the big lights as well. Big
crowd, big lights. Yeah.
Yeah. What weight division were you fighting back then?
I fought at 185 then.
185. We'll work out the math there. I think it's about 80 kilo, 82 kilo, 82 kilo. That's still a big. That's a big weight.
Big weight class.
Yeah, big weight class.
It starts getting a lot of knockouts in that. You start seeing a lot of people take a break after that.
And then how did that progress into a fighting career? What was that like in America? Did you have a platform, or was there a pathway? For you fighters?
Yeah, well, Frank used to have a fight team. He had the Lynx Academy. He had a whole fight team. He had a whole 7 or 8 guys out of there. All instructors all fought. He used to put on a show here called the VFC at the Pavilion, and Virginia Fight Challenge. I think that's what it stood for. And it's funny enough, when I started fighting, all of those guys started getting married and going and working and stopped fighting, and I was the only guy fighting out of the gym.
How old were you at the time then?
I was about 21, 22.
So young 20, so that's probably, coming into it. And so did you like fighting back then? Was it something that you loved?
I loved it, Because
did you fight as a kid? Did you grow up in a rough area where there was always fisticuffs?
Yeah, always fisticuffs.
So did you grow up around the Virginia? This is your hometown?
I'm actually from Chesapeake.
Okay, yeah.
Which is not far. It's just a state. It's just a.
Yeah, I know where Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah, so I'm from Chesapeake, and then I lived there till I was 14. We moved to Virginia Beach when I was 14.
Yeah. Okay.
And I went to junior high school here, and I went 1 year junior high school in Chesapeake, 7th grade. And then when I got here, I was in the 8th grade, and so
there was always a bit of argy-bargy, bit of roughnecking.
Yeah. That was back then, man. There was a lot of, little neighborhood fights.
Yeah, of course.
Fights at the park and, just normal stuff.
But then, your fighting career, so, I mean, how did that go on to your, did you keep fighting? Or did you have fights all the time back then, or?
Yeah, well, after my first fight, You know, the funny thing about that is Frank asked me after I took my first test from my white belt to yellow belt, I think.
Yeah.
He asked me, he said, hey, he's like, hey, do you want to fight?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'd never seen a Muay Thai fight. I'm still training Muay Thai, but I'd never seen a Muay Thai fight before.
Mm-hmm.
We had pictures on the wall in the school, and it had a picture of two Thai fighters fighting. The guy was elbowing the other guy, and the guy had the cut blood coming out of his eye.
Did you know the two fighters?
And I was like, man, that looks crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, doing this stuff? He was like, yeah. I was like, yes, sir, I'll do it.
Is this what from?
I'd never seen it. And then next thing you know, back then we had VCR tapes. So they started giving me VCR tapes.
Of proper Thai fighters?
Of proper Thai fights. Yeah. And they like, yeah, go check these out, man. Look. And I was looking, I was like, whoa. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to do one of these fights.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm down. I'm like, yeah. So.
And then how did that evolve to be was that pro back then? These fights were pro or just amateurs?
No, they were amateur fights. I didn't get paid. Funny enough, I lost my first fight. The guy I fought, I found out he's like 13-0 or something like that.
Oh, Jesus. And you just go,
there
was no matchmaking back then.
Yeah, whatever.
You just throw yourself in the deep end.
Yeah, he was from up in Jersey. I'm not sure, it was a Master K's gym or somewhere like that. But the guy was good. I mean, I ran out of gas, obviously, which that's an experience thing. So he weathered the storm. I mean, I was doing good. I think I was probably even winning on the scorecards, but I got gassed out.
Yeah.
And so he didn't knock me out or anything. He hit me with a combination. It's a pretty nice combination. He didn't drop me, but it was like, all right, man, I was smoked, man. So Frank threw in the towel.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, man,
nice.
he's like, this is your first fight. He's like, there's no reason for you to go in there and do what? Get hurt? He was like, and then you don't want to do it again or whatever. He was like, you're gonna be a problem. He's like, nobody's gonna be able to beat you. He's like, you'll understand, man.
So did he see something in you? Did you feel like when you went to that first fight, did you feel that you were like, oh fuck, I like this. This is nice. This is good.
Even when
felt
the fight
natural?
got stopped. Yeah, I was walking out of the ring. I was going through ropes. I was like, man, I can't wait to do this again.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it though? What was it that just the adrenaline?
The adrenaline rush, the combat, the competition. It's just like, hey man, it's just me and this guy. Like, let's go. I loved it.
And then obviously your coach seen that you had some talent, and he went, let's give him some foundation.
Yeah.
But let's move on to that. So how did that evolve? Fell in love with the sport from the first day, like you had a fight. I suppose the adrenaline rush and the combat, like you said. But let's move on to how many amateur fights did you have before you went to pro?
73.
Amateur before pro?
Yeah.
Geez, back then there was a massive culture of Muay Thai, American Muay Thai. So there was a massive foundation.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier on today. You talked about John Chai brought Muay Thai here in 1968, and then obviously we had Master Toddy as well, and you trained under Master Toddy. So when did you start to go, I want to do this sport, I want to evolve in this sport? When did you start to go, did you have to leave your coach at the time, or did you stay there for the whole amateur career, or did you move gyms?
I was here, and I fought. And I used to fight for. They used to have a lot of shows around here in this area.
Yeah.
There was a few promoters that would put shows on here in this area, just like the first one I fought at the National Guard Army. I fought at lodges. I fought at the ice skating rink. I fought at the skating rink.
Were there big crowds?
Big crowds.
Really?
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
So this is something that I didn't like. I didn't know about American Muay Thai and how much of a foundational how much of a foundation you had with Muay Thai culture. 70 amateur fights, that's a lot. That foundation, did that help you become a professional?
Yeah, well, at that point, there's not much that I haven't seen. So,
yeah.
I've fought all kinds of people, and I've fought all over the world. But most of I've probably spent about 35 or 40 fights in this area.
Yeah.
Because, and that's me fighting, multiple fights a day in these WKA tournaments and things like that. And then I went out to Vegas around 2000, 2001-ish, around that time.
And that's when you turned pro?
No, still didn't turn pro. I went to Master Toddy's out there because, like I told you before, there was a fight team at Lynx. all the guys started working and getting married and things like that. So I was the only guy fighting out of the gym at the time. And then there was, then I had started having a hard time getting fights. And I actually was looking online, and because I did start watching Muay Thai fights on ESPN2 at night when they had those.
Was it American Muay Thai?
It was American Muay Thai. They have fights out in California and like different places, but it would be aired on ESPN2. Yeah, and I started getting into watching the K1s and with Ernesto Hoost and Mikey Bernardo and watching all those fights. So I was into that. I was actually looking somebody up on the internet, a guy Kit Cope, and I knew about Master Toddy and Angela Rivera, because Angela Rivera, John Wayne Parr's wife, is from Master Toddy's also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, John Wayne used to actually come to Vegas.
Back in the day, back then?
At Master Toddy's, yes. And then I saw, I was like, hey, if you come train with the champions. And back then, like we said before, it was a culture like you're not able to go to another gym, so to speak. It's like, hey, this is your gym, this is where you train. You don't go train anywhere else. But I didn't know that like a gym would invite you to come and train, and I wanted to go see how. I mean, I know Vegas is the fight capital of the world. They have the best fighters, and so I wanted to go out there and see how I weathered against some of the best fighters in the country.
Yeah.
And I like Master Toddy. I thought it was awesome that I would be able to go out there and train. And I called them up, and they were like, "Oh, he's not here. We'll leave a message." And I was like, "We'll have him call you back." And I was like, "Okay." And I was at work, and I was working for my dad's construction company, and the phone rings. My mom says, "Shawn, you have a call online too." I pick up the phone, and it's Master Toddy. Hello. I was like, "Hello." He's like, "This is Master Toddy." I said, "Hey, Master Toddy."
Did he know of you?
No, not at all. And I explained to him what I was doing and everything, and how many fights I had, and I would like to come out and train. He was like, "Sure, come out." I asked my dad. My dad was like, "Yeah, go ahead, man. Take your time off. Go out there." He's like, "Yeah, come out here." So I went out there. For a week. Train, and I was like, man, this is awesome. And
so traditional Muay Thai.
Yep, traditional Muay Thai, and he had a whole gym full of fighters, man, and it was just a super fighting atmosphere.
Yeah, did he have like a TV in the corner with Muay Thai on?
Yeah. Well, he had a big like a 60, 70 inch floor model, old school floor model
with Muay Thai on it.
And it would just play Muay Thai all day in the little lounge area.
Did he have a cane as well? Like, did he walk around with a cane?
He used to hit us with a wiffle ball, with a plastic bat.
Oh, really? Yeah. Then like hit you and go, do it like that.
Hit your feet, get your heel off the mat.
Yeah, man, yeah. That's so Thai. That is traditional Thai,
yeah. So, and when I was leaving, my time was up. He said, "Hey, would you like to fight for my fight team?"
Wow.
And I said, "Yes, sir." He was like, "Okay, come back in 2 weeks, and we'll get you a fight." And I said, "Yes, sir." So I came home and talked to my mom and dad. Okay, go ahead.
And you moved out there?
I was going back and forth at the time. So, but I lived in the gym. He had a residence upstairs.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I lived upstairs.
Oh wow, that is. Wow, this is something that I didn't know. Probably most of the rest of the Muay Thai world that's not from America know about that. That is proper Thai.
Yes, sir.
Wow. This is why you're so good, I think. This is why. Like I was watching you clinch before, and I was going, "Wow, this is clinching." Where'd you learn clinching? You went, "Oh, Master Toddy."
Yes.
Was that your first professional fight? That one there, or
no,
did you have more amateur fights there?
I had more amateur fights at Master Toddy's gym, and then I finally, after I won the King's Cup in 2006, is when I finally went pro.
So you were still amateur?
I was amateur all the way.
The King's Cup, Muay Thai. No, well, let's talk about that, bro. Let's talk about that. So did you train in Thailand? How'd you get invited to be on the King's Cup? Because you don't just get invited. You don't just fight.
I got an email. Again, I was at work. And I actually had come home from Vegas for a year.
Yeah.
I did actually eventually move out there. And then I came back home for a year, and I was working with my dad's company again, and I was on my emails, checking my emails, and I got an email from Anthony Lynn from Fairtex. And I didn't know who he was at the time.
Did you know who Fairtex was?
I knew, of course. Yeah, I knew who Fairtex was, because that's when Alex Gong, Alex Gong was from Fairtex, big Fairtex guy, and they had Boone Kurt and all those guys. I used to watch those guys as well, but I saw Fairtex, and I'm like, okay, and I scrolled through it, and I was like, it said, you've been selected to fight on Team USA in Bangkok, Thailand, for the King's Cup, whatever, and I was like, yeah, this is like junk mail. Yeah, so I was like, and I read it, and I was like, no, it's to me, like this dude's writing this to me. I'm like, yeah, it's just like some kind of somebody's trying to sell something or trying to, so then I went to train that night at Lynx, and Frank was there, and I was actually on my way out, and we were talking, and I was like, oh yeah, I said, I got this email today. I'm just laughing about it, like you get, come fight, invited to fight for the Team USA at the King's Cup in Thailand.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, some crap, man. He was like, he looked at me, he's like, wait, what? He was like, you got that? You got an email that says? He's like, let me see it. I was like, I'm gonna throw it away. He was like, no, let me see it. So I showed it to him. He's like, hey man, no. He's like, this is legit. He was like, this is awesome. He was like, you need to go. And I was like, I'm not gonna go to that, man. I was like, he said, listen, he was like, even if you just go for the experience alone, he was like, this is a big deal. He was like, you need to go.
Fucking big deal.
And I was like, he's like, I'll sponsor, I'll buy your ticket. You need to go.
Wow. Yeah.
And then like at this point, I'm like, and I still tried not to go. And it said, hey, you need to fill this out and you need to send it back, this package or whatever, man, by, whatever the date was.
Yeah.
If you
what
don't
year was
send
that?
It,
what
this
was
2006.
2006?
Yeah, this happened within like a few months. And I said, okay. It said you need to turn this in. If you don't turn it in by the due date, you will not be able to go. Well, I purposely turned it in like 3 or 4 days late.
Yeah.
Man, they sent that thing right back like, hey, yeah, you've been okay, great. Looking forward to seeing you. I'm like, what?
So how did they know? They obviously did know who you were and know your caliber. Mm-hmm. So how did they know that? So
I can't, I guess,
Muay Thai gods.
It's just Muay Thai, yeah. There's people around, people see things.
Master Toddy or the people that,
maybe. There's people around, they see fights, and I was still traveling, fighting in a whole lot of different places. I fought all over the U.S. at that point. Yeah. And I even fought in Italy before that, yeah.
So do you travel all around the world? This is amateur still, and you were traveling all around the world, just getting all sorts of flavors of Muay Thai from around the world and just adapting and everything. So
yes, sir.
Well, so I mean, obviously then the Muay Thai community of the world knew who you were. So how does the King's Cup work? How does it work?
It was a 5-day tournament. Mm-hmm. You're just talking about weighing in every day. You weigh in every morning at 5 a.m.
International tournament?
Yes, it was 86 countries there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I fought 5 fights, 1 fight a day. I did really well, but I still was like, man, there was so many people there. I've seen people that I lost to, and I was like, yeah, maybe I get to fight them again.
Yeah.
But then they would lose. They lost earlier on, and they were out, and I'm like, man, he lost already. I'm not gonna fight him. But it was a great experience, and there was a lot of really good fighters there.
And you won that, yes?
Yeah, I was just like, okay, I'll fight. I'm pretty sure I'll get somewhere and I'll lose by a point or something. I don't know, whatever. But I just kept going. And then I had one of the harder fights that I've ever had. I guess fighting a guy from Australia.
Do you remember his name?
I forgot his name, man.
I'll get it.
I'll find it for you. But he didn't make the Australian team. Mm-hmm. So he went and represented Papua New Guinea. No. And the guy that was on the Australian team in his place didn't make it, but he ended up getting the bronze.
Okay, yeah.
So I fought him in a bronze medal match.
Yeah.
But he was left-handed and he was really good. Yeah. I ended up kicking him in the neck and they gave him a 8 count. Yeah. And that's what put me over the top. But that fight was such a hard fight. I didn't even care if I was like, I don't care if this dude wins or whatever. I said, I was smoked. Yeah. And I lifted my leg up and kicked him in the neck and won. And then at that point, I was like, man, I'm going to the final. Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to win this. That's when I started saying, I'm like, man, I'm going to win this. Like, I'm going to win this whole thing. And I did. I went and fought a guy from England. Another tough fight.
England Muay Thai, very tough, very tough.
And I got the job done.
And you were the first American to win the King's Cup?
Yes, sir. American male, because there was a female that won that year too, Christy, really tall girl. She's really good, but I was the first American. We were the first Americans to win that.
Yeah, professional career. And then, what was that like? What was the accolades there? And did you win many belts as a pro?
I had there's one of them over there. There's the WBC national light heavyweight title and the IKKC international light heavyweight title.
And did you win any WBC title? You've won a WBC World Title, yes?
No.
No?
No. I've never had a chance to get that world title fight. I was supposed to fight Kalklai for the world title, and the whole show got canceled.
Oh, shit.
We had signed contracts and everything, and then actually a buddy of mine ended up getting that fight later, sometime later.
Yeah.
And he actually beat Kalklai and he won the world title. He had that for a little bit.
Did you train in Thailand? Sorry, did you ever train in Thailand?
Yeah, we went to Thailand. We were there for a month. I trained at Fairtex. We were sponsored by Fairtex.
Yeah.
So we trained at Fairtex in Bong Pli.
Yeah.
And we were there for a month.
Did you often go to Thailand, or was that the only occasion?
That's the only time. I would love to go back, but it was a great experience. I mean, I got to train with Upper Day before he passed away, and a bunch of other guys there. It was just a great experience, and then to have the whole team there, and we all were just getting that work done.
How many pro fights did you end up having?
26.
26 pro fights, and then when was it like? When did you retire from the Muay Thai?
My last fight was in I believe April of 2014.
2014, so 11 years ago.
Yes, sir.
11 years ago. And then let's move on to now. You're coaching. You're living. You're retired, but you're still coaching.
Yes, sir.
You're still coaching Muay Thai as well.
Yeah,
and you're doing private lessons, and you still do you do it? Do you coach Muay Thai in classes as well?
Yes, sir. Yes, I teach at a gym, Coastal.
Yeah, Coastal Jiu-Jitsu?
It's a jiu-jitsu gym, but actually the owner and the jiu-jitsu instructor there is a buddy of mine. He was one of the from Links.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the guys in this area, a lot of instructors around here are from Links Academy. I teach classes there right now, kids and adults.
Yeah.
And then I work military. I have a military contract also where I teach hand-to-hand.
Hand-to-hand. Yeah. The reason I know you is through Ali Seymour.
Yes, sir.
Say less Seymour.
Les Seymour.
Now she's one of the man, she's very special. That girl.
She is, yeah.
So what's that connection there? And then
her and her dad were at Coastal. And she was in my kids' class.
She was jiu-jitsu though at the time, yeah? Or
did she do jiu-jitsu then?
Yeah, she started jiu-jitsu.
She started jiu-jitsu. That's right. And then she came over and started doing some stand-ups, doing some Muay Thai, and she started saying, she wanted to try to fight.
Yeah.
So we got her a few fights, man, and her and her dad. We had some good times, man. She advanced really, really quickly, man, and she was really dedicated to what she was doing and focused, and that has a lot to do with
what drives you now about coaching? What do you love about coaching the most about now?
I love to see people progress and make people happy with doing things that they didn't even realize, didn't think that they would be able to do. Especially see different types of people come in.
Mm-hmm. Do you coach all levels?
All levels.
Yeah.
All levels. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, beginner all the way up to championship. World champion.
Do you have any big name, any big?
Eliana's doing very well, man. I'm so proud of her. And she's got a long way to go. She's gonna do a lot of good things, man. And
do you have any other big professional fighters now that you coach? Or you can't say?
Well, no, I can. Yeah. I don't. At the moment, I don't. I used to work. I used to train a lot of UFC fighters and a lot of professional and amateur MMA fighters and Muay Thai fighters.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can name a lot of people that I train. I mean, but there's a lot of guys in the UFC, from Forrest Griffin to Frank Mir.
Really?
Yeah. Dan Hardy. I mean,
wow.
Yeah, the list goes on. And then Muay Thai fighters, Kevin Ross. He was a training teammate of mine, and then I've trained him for some of the biggest fights he's had. Yeah.
There's a lot, but you just love the coaching, and that bond between coach and fighter as well. They're not just your students or your fighters; they're your friends as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that what you love the most about this sport? Is the bonds, the friendship that you make?
Yeah, you do create a lot of friendships.
Yeah.
Yep. And you get to go a lot of places that you probably wouldn't go if you weren't fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you get to meet a lot of people and make a lot of connections, and it's just awesome. You know, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah. So American Muay Thai is now, at the moment, is really killing it around the world, and I can see it. I see it I've been to the worlds, the last two worlds, and the progression from the first time I seen them to now. What do you think Muay Thai in America is growing so well and big?
Well, you know, it's becoming a little more widespread here, and there's a lot of good instruction. And you know, people are, you know, it's becoming a more mainstream thing. So it's just, you know, people are putting their time in and they're focused in it. But you know, it's hard, you know, compared to the amount of people that train. You know, there's a certain type of focus that will take you to the next level. And it's good to start seeing more people have that focus to continue to push even further and take it to the next level. But you see a lot of people get a few fights and then they'll stop. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Yeah. People have other things to do, and then, you know, and then they're not able to pursue it as much as they would like to, or as some others can. You know, I was fortunate that I had my own business, so it allowed me to train and do whatever I needed to do. People have been seeing it; they've been more exposed to it. Yeah, and they're wanting to get involved. Yeah. Where do you see the sport in the next 5 years, man? Like, just growing. Do you think you guys are going to be dominating this sport? As Americans, yes. Yeah. There's a lot of good fighters in the world, and with these organizations, you know, it's hard to say. Yeah. Quick 5 rapid questions. All right. This is something new for Striker Chat that I'm going to give you some 5 questions, mate. All right. Quick fire. Hardest fight ever. Hardest fight ever? Yeah. Scott the Pitbull Clark. Wee. Favorite combo? Left kick, cross hook, leg kick. Wee. Leg kick will drop anybody. A good leg kick will drop anybody. Fighter you respect the most? Not necessarily you've come across, but as a fighter, as a person that you really respect. A fighter. Maybe Muhammad Ali, man. Yeah. Any sport. Yeah, Muhammad Ali, of course. Yeah. What was your walkout song? I changed it up every fight. Yeah? I did. You know, my nickname was TNT, and my manager. Oh, did you get AC/DC? I did come out there, so I. Can I just say something like I'm from, my hometown's Fremantle. Yeah. Bon Scott's from Fremantle. Okay. So the Fremantle Football Club, when the AFL club that I follow, before every game, that's the song we play. TNT, brother. TNT. Oh man, that's such a. There you go. It was pretty funny. It was pretty cool. But then again, it's not about me. Okay. Yeah. Last quick fire question, mate. All right. Thai food or tacos? Thai food. Yeah, of course, man. Yeah. Oh wow. The pad thai. You love a pad thai. Everyone loves a good pad thai. Yeah. Final question, my brother. What's the legacy you want to leave in the game? To go, I just want to leave the point that I worked hard and I pushed others to work hard and do well. And it's not an easy road. I want people to understand that. And be the best you can be, and I'm always going to be, I want anyone around me that I have anything to do with to be the best they can be, man, and push it as far as they can. Yeah. Well, brother, Shawn, thank you very much for inviting me to your lovely home. Yeah, thank you. And thank you very much for just letting me ask you questions and being on Striker Chat. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, brother. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. The legend, Shawn. Yeah.